The Shaman class is all about punching above your weight. Play lots of small minions, do something awesome to make your army larger, and then surprise and overwhelm your opponent with an army that they simply cannot handle. Shaman's hero power is Totemic Call, which summons one of 4 random basic totems. These are Searing Totem, Healing Totem, Wrath of Air Totem, and Stoneclaw Totem. Note that if one of these totems is already out and you use your hero power, you will not be able to summon that same totem. As an example, if you already have Wrath of Air Totem out and you use your hero power, the totem summoned will be one of Searing Totem, Healing Totem, or Stoneclaw Totem. There are 2 ways the Shaman class is equipped to take advantage of the wide board that they're looking to establish. The first way is to use cards that greatly increase the attack of one or more minions. The other way is by using cards with Overload. These cards have very powerful effects for a lower mana cost. However, the catch is that a certain number of mana crystals will be locked and unavailable for you to use next turn. So, a card with Overload 2, for example, would lock 2 of your mana crystals next turn. This basic Shaman deck that we're introducing today has no Overload cards in it, as there are no basic cards with the mechanic. Instead, we'll be focusing on cards that buff our minions and aim to surprise our opponent with an Alpha Strike. With our plan to go as wide as possible, we want to play cards that summon 2 minions to the board. Murloc Tidehunter, Razorfen Hunter, and Dragonling Mechanic all achieve this. But there's no point in creating a ton of minions if we're not going to power them up. We have both minions and spells to help us achieve this effect. Flametongue Totem, Raid Leader, Shattered Sun Cleric, and Stormwind Champion all add to our board, whilst giving a boon to their allies. We also have Rockbiter Weapon as a one-time effect for more flexibility, and Bloodlust gives us the Alpha Strike potential to make our opponents concede in shame. On top of this going wide strategy, we also have a few minions that are just there as big bodies, to give our opponents more than one thing to worry about. Chillwind Yeti, Frostwolf Warlord, and Boulder Fist Ogre all offer good stats for their mana cost. It's not just enough to rely on our minions to do the work by themselves. We play Hex to deal with any ridiculously large minion that our opponent might try to play, and Fire Elemental to get rid of something with 3 or less health, or to deal 3 damage to the opponent. Oh, and the 6/5 body isn't bad either. Finally, 2 copies of Novice Engineer to filter through the deck. Remember, we're playing this card for the card draw, not the body, which is why we're not playing Gnomish Inventor. When it comes to deciding what's in our opening hand, we're always keeping Murloc Tidehunter and Novice Engineer. Due to how awesome our hero power is, we're not too bothered about having a turn 2 play in our hand. For this deck, it is acceptable to not play a card until turn 3, so feel free to keep Razorfen Hunter as well. If there's a good turn 2 play available, particularly Murloc Tidehunter or Razorfen Hunter with the coin, then we can look at keeping cards like Flametongue Totem, Shattered Sun Cleric, and Raid Leader. Finally, if we have the coin, Chillwind Yeti and Dragonling Mechanic are both acceptable keeps. It sounds strange, but hero power on turn 2, followed by either of these cards on turn 3, is a perfectly good start to the game. But enough about the theory of the deck, let's see it in action.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
Okay, so we're up against Mage and we're going first. We don't want to keep any of these cards. Rockbiter Weapon is just not good in your opening hand. So there we go. There's a nice turn 2 play though with the Murloc Tidehunter. Yes, the hero power is annoying, but we can deal with that. And if she chooses to not deal with it, we've got Flametongue Totem to punish that. Okay, what are you coining out?
What you want?
Okay, Frostwolf Grunt. Sure. Okay, given that our opponent coined out a 2/2, I don't really want to play either the Novice Engineer or the Murloc Tidehunter, so we're just going to hero power here. And then on turn 3, if the totem's still around, we can buff it with Flametongue Totem and kill that 2/2. Not the totem we wanted. Okay, so it looks like there's some Murloc shenanigans going on here. Let's see what we get. Raid Leader. Okay. I'm happy to play this. It deals with the Frostwolf Grunt, and if our opponent wants to kill it with hero power and the Murloc, that's absolutely fine.
like my invention.
Okay, so turn 4. I think what we're going to do here, we don't need to draw any cards, so I'm going to play the Murloc Tidehunter and the Hero Power. Don't need to play the Flame Tongue Totem just yet, I don't think. I think we want to establish a wide board first. And there's another Searing Totem. Okay, and then I'm just going to hit face with the Raid Leader. I want to force him to trade. Yep, this is fine. And then Cone of Cold as well. Okay. Well, Cone of Cold's quite a powerful card. So I'm glad that we got rid of it there. Here, I think we can just... There's no point playing the Frostwolf Warlord because it would just be a 4-4. So I think we can just Hero Power and play the Raid Leader here. Just to be efficient with our mana. There's a Taunt as well. That's nice. More often than not, the Stoneclaw Totem tends to be the best one. Okay, so there's Bloodfen Raptor. And a secret. I'm not entirely sure what the secret will be. We'll find out. Turn 6. And here, what I'm actually just going to do is play the Fire Elemental to kill the Bloodfen Raptor and then hit for 3. I'm not entirely sure what the secret is. But I don't think we can really be afraid to be afraid of it. And then hit for 3. Okay, so it's Ice Barrier, gain 8 armor. That's fine. Because chances are, if we're going to win this, we're going to be dealing way more than 30 damage.
The gates are open.
Okay. That's fine. So we've got a lot of... we've got 3 minions out already, which means that Frostwolf Warlord, suddenly has great value. So if I play the the Flame Tongue Totem first, like so, and then play the Frostwolf Warlord, it's going to be an 8-8, and that's quite good.
The Frostwolves stand ready.
In fact, it's going to be a 9-8 with the Raid Leader. And then attack in like this. Don't mind losing the Raid Leader here, because we are then just going to hit for 8 and force him to really deal with this. The positioning of Flame Tongue Totem can be really vital at times. It might look as if I've positioned it incorrectly, but I wanted to get maximum damage out of this hero-powered one. Okay, so just more stuff. There's Nat Pagel. Nat Pagel. Sure thing. Oh no, not Nat Pagel. So we've got 8 mana available. I need to be aware now, because he's at 7 mana, so Flame Strike's a thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to play out some minions. So, going to Hero Power, get another Searing Totem, then play the Novice Engineer to draw a card, see what we get. Chillwind Yeti. We'll pretend that we drew that off the top. And then we'll do some trading. We're well in control here, so... I can hit that. Take no damage. Sorry, take no chances. Sorry, just get rid of everything. We've got 4 cards in our hand to our opponent's 2, so he's in so much trouble. Next turn, we can deal with Nat Pagel with the Chillwind Yeti. Okay, so there's Ironfur Grizzly. Okay, then he's going to Fire Blast that. Sure. Okay, so let's think about this. We've got 8, 16, 20, 21, 20. If we could play Stormwind Champion and Hex on the same turn, we'd win, but we can't. Attack in, kill that. Chillwind Yeti kills Nat Pagel for no more of that nonsense. And then we will attack for 9, and then play the Dragonling Mechanic to the left. Because of the Flame Tongue Totem, the Dragonling Mechanic actually has more stats than the Chillwind Yeti. the 2-1 becomes a 4-1, and that's quite good. And even if he kills that, you still get a 4-4 attached at the end. Playing the Dragon Lane mechanic was actually a mistake, because I should have played Chill and Yeti instead, because Chill and Yeti would survive a Flame Strike. Okay, so our opponent decided that they were just going to rope us, which is a real shame. But a win's a win, and we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so we're up against Warrior. Going first, don't want to keep any of these cards. Could keep Razor Fen Hunter, but I'd rather have a good 2-drop. Not much better. But Shattered Sun Cleric onto a Totem on turn 3 isn't the end of the world. It depends on what our opponent's playing. Okay, so nothing on turn 1. We don't really have anything to follow up on turn 2, so we're just going to Hero Power and pass the turn. Okay, so again, nothing on turn 2, but he really should have Hero Powered there. So we're just going to buff our Healing Totem. And then hit for 1. Okay, he's coining something out. Okay. So, what I think we're going to do is I'm going to Rock Bite to weapon our Shattered Sun Cleric to finish off the Sentient Shieldmaster and then attack for 1 with the Healing Totem. I'm going to open with Novice Engineer to draw a card, just in case a better option comes available.
I hope you like my invention.
Nope. So we're going to Rock Bite to weapon the Shattered Sun Cleric. Kill this. And then hit for 1. Okay, so another Sentient Shieldmaster on turn 4. That's fine. What we're going to do here is just straight up play the Frostwolf Warlord, or we're going to play the Razorfen Hunter and a Hero Power. I think here we don't want to get greedy. We have a really nice curve, if we can get it, of Frostwolf Warlord into Boulderfist Ogre into Stormwind Champion. So I'm going to just play the Frostwolf Warlord and then pass the turn. Okay. Whirlwind as well. Interesting. And execute. Okay. Not bad, not bad. And gain 5 armor, sure. Not a great card. But here we've got Fire Elemental just to kill the Sentient Shieldmaster. It's a nice tempo play, and we'll just pass the turn. Okay. Our opponent's playing quite a lot of high-cost stuff, but he's not really doing anything. He's being very reactive, so I think I'm okay. I'm going to play both Razorfen Hunters here. He's already used 1 Whirlwind. And he's already used 1 Execute as well, and we've got Boulderfist Ogre and 2 Stormwind Champions to come. This is looking good. Arcanite Reaper. Hey, if you're using Arcanite Reaper to get rid of a minion, that's fine. But he's just going to go face instead. Sure. So he's on 40, but honestly, we don't really care. Ooh, there's Flame Tongue Totem. Actually, I think what we're going to do is play the Boulderfist Ogre and then play the Flame Tongue Totem about here, in between these two, so that if this dies, then Boulderfist Ogre gets the buff. So I'm going to play Boulderfist Ogre, and then I'm going to play the Flame Tongue Totem here as well. And then I'm going to hit for a fair bit. And yes, his life's not going down because of the armor, but we're doing well. See, all he's doing is gaining armor and drawing cards. He's not doing anything. And as long as he's not doing anything, I'm comfortable. See, all he's done is gain armor and drawn cards. Okay, and he's used a very powerful weapon from a basic standpoint to get rid of the Flame Tongue Totem. 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 27 with Bloodlust. So we haven't quite got lethal. But I am going to play the Stormwind champion, attack for quite a lot, and then play the hero totem, hero power, sorry, and pass. Okay, Chill-Wind Yeti and Shattered Sun Cleric, but you're not doing anything. There's no taunt, there's no interaction with my board. Let's see. 2, 9, 11, 14, 16, 19, 25. So he thinks we're 2 off. But actually, with the Bloodlust, we've actually got 46 damage. 46 damage! And there we go. I think the lesson to learn is that if you're going to play a control deck, you still have to interact with the board and not just do nothing.
Let the hunt begin for Doomhammer.
Okay, so we're up against Hunter, which is most likely to be an aggro deck. So both Hexes and Balls of Vistoga, no thank you. Novice Engineer, I'm also tempted to throw away, but we're going to keep it. And the 3 cards we get back aren't exactly much better. That is not how you use Arcane Shot. I think the great thing about this series is that it shows a lot of the basic mistakes people are making and why you shouldn't be making them. Arcane Shot is really good as a removal spell to remove minions off the board. And if you want to learn more about that, you can check out my basic Hunter deck tech that I did not too long ago. Okay, so there's Stone Tusk Boar. He's not exactly threatening me at the moment, so I'm just going to play the Novice Engineer for the card draw, and maybe he'll attack it with the Stone Tusk Boar as well. That'll be nice. So yeah. And then turn 3, I think I plan on coining out the Dragonling mechanic and then playing the Chill-Wind Yeti the turn after. There's a Silverback Patriarch. Not a good card. Okay. Yes, the 4 health on the Silverback Patriarch is slightly annoying, but it's not going to change what I do, I don't think. Although, it might be better to instead coin out the Chill-Wind Yeti then play the Dragonling mechanic. Just so that the 2/1 Dragonling doesn't die. Another Silverback Patriarch. Okay. Faces the place. And tracking as well. Tracking can be good in your basic Hunter deck. I tend to lean towards not playing it. Okay. Ah, nice draw. Going to kill one of the Silverback Patriarchs. Still not going to attack with the 1/1. And then just play the second Chill-Wind Yeti. He's got a raid leader of his own. And a Timberwolf. Okay. Must hit face. Okay. The Silverback Patriarch has to die. And then we need to kill the Timberwolf and the raid leader. Nothing else will do. And we can do that with what we've got on the board. Straight up just kill that. And then kill the raid leader with the other Chill-Wind Yeti. Kill the Timberwolf with the Novice Engineer. And then use our hero power. Play raid leader. Usually you'd play the raid leader before, but here it didn't make any difference. So yeah, here he's just going to kill off the Chill-Wind Yeti, which we're fine with. And then an Oasis Snapjaw. Okay, so we're on a bit of a clock at this point because now he's beginning to use his hero power to try and decimate our life total. Fortunately, though, this is where we begin to really pull away from him. So I'm going to play the Flame Tongue Totem, kill the Oasis Snapjaw, then hit for 5, and then follow it up by playing the Dragonling mechanic here. Because I'd rather have the Dragonling mechanic get the buff than Mechanical Dragonling. Try saying that 5 times fast. Okay, tracking again.
I've got a huge gun.
Goodbye, Stormpike Commando. 4, 6, 10. 10, but Bloodlust gives us plus 15, so that's exactly 25. And this is the Alpha Strike we're talking about. There we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the basic Shaman deck. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. You can also check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links in the description below. In the meantime, though, I've been JB for Just TCG, and I'll see you in the next one.